Welcome back to Love Out of Chaos with the Valentines. I'm Patrick Valentine.
Lucky Valentine.
And I'm Linda, Mama Valentine.
Today is episode 4. We have another fun episode for you all.
Oh, yeah.
Episode 4.
Can you believe it, Zachary? Number 4?
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. You've done so amazing.
Ooh.
You're a podcaster.
Yeah, the hell.
That's what I'm saying. Well, there goes the pillow.
Say bye-bye, pillow.
Okay, man.
Would you like the pillow back? Okay, you got it. Okay. Okay, sir. Welcome to the chaos.
That is
That is chaos.
That is cool, man. That is cool.
The chaos is cool.
Okay, bye-bye.
Yeah, it's on Spotify too. It's on Spotify.
You're going to hear yourself on Spotify.
It's on all platforms. Audio on YouTube.
Yeah.
They're going to see the Valentines presenting Love Out of Chaos.
What? On Spotify?
Yeah.
Dude, that's you, bro. I'm so happy. I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you.
Today, we're going to be talking about...
Oh, yeah. What about that?
That's what we're talking about.
We're still going to be talking about Down Syndrome Awareness Month, but we're going to be talking about siblings, about your relationship with Patrick as brothers. Brothers, that's right.
Yeah.
That's me and you, bro.
Zachary,
That's me and you.
Who's your big brother? Who's your big brother?
If I get killed.
I look cute. Thank you,
Oh,
man.
Patrick, you look cute.
Thanks. I appreciate it.
Aww. That's a good color.
Zach, I think that was a sexy intro, bro.
Now it's time.
Now it's time. All right. Let's get into the episode. So in a previous episode, I talked a little bit about the moment I knew Zach had Down syndrome or that he was different. And that was in regards to him having open heart surgery. But I had a moment in reflecting about it. And throughout our childhood, I don't recall you telling me directly Zach had Down syndrome. And so my question to you is, was it intentional for you not to tell me my brother has Down syndrome?
That's a really good question. I'm going to tell a little bit more about the stories that led to moments watching you where I felt like you needed more support.
Mm-hmm.
I was already in a place understanding Zachary's needs. There were events that occurred that began to show me your need as an 8-year-old, either more information or more support. Like I said, I was already in a place knowing what Zachary needed. He was already about a year and a half. And I started watching you because even prior to that, he was just your baby brother.
Right. Yeah.
Like that's all it really was. It wasn't like there was a secret that he had Down syndrome or I wanted to keep you in the dark. Never in my mind did I ever think about, will he be embarrassed or ashamed if I tell him? There was nothing like that crossed my mind. It was more so I watched you love him. I watched you ask questions as any big brother would.
Right. Yeah.
About why does he do that? Why does he cry or so much? Or
yeah, because I don't remember being around babies ever before Zach, so makes sense.
And these were moments that I enjoyed, right? Because I was just trying to figure out after his heart surgery what life was going to be for him, right? Because he had medical needs. You adapted fairly well as having a little brother. You did, I think, typical big brother things. You wanted to be there and help, whether to change him. I saw you watch me be very careful with him when I changed him because of his open heart surgery at the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah, because he had a very big bump because of
at
the
some
open heart
point, you
surgery.
were
Yeah.
able to see that, but it was completely at the beginning. You couldn't really see much. So everything was. You saw me care for him, and we talked about open heart surgery.
Mm-hmm.
That wasn't it. Anything that any questions you had, we talked about it. You were happy to have him back home, right? And as you got a little older and started seeing, I think, a difference in him and maybe his developmental stages take a little longer, I realized, even as a mom, I started feeling a little devastated.
Devastated. Okay.
And
So
in
about
looking at,
what?
I started feeling devastated that I didn't have the tools, the know how to explain more in detail what potentially an 8-year-old would need to know.
And that makes sense because it's your first time experiencing this, right? It's your first time being a mother to two boys. It's your first time having a child with Down syndrome. There wasn't as many resources as there are now.
Right.
The internet was not what it was. The community was not what it was now. So that makes sense.
I think the devastation for me was because Zachary needed so much medical care.
Yeah, he did.
It never felt, in that period of time in our lives, it never felt as though it was getting better or changing. It just always was. He had a constant need, medical need, whether it was therapy, whether because he had early intervention.
Mm-hmm.
So we'd have people come visit our home to uh, attend to his developmental, but those are appointments that you never really were part of because they were you were at school during those times.
Got it. Got it.
Seldom there were those moments that you were home, like during the summer vacations, but they were so spread out, and within like they were 30-minute, hour long appointments that didn't seem to really pose any real concern. You knew they were there to help him walk. But there was a time there, I feel like watching you grow, um, there was a time that I started feeling a little devastated in not having the support.
Mm.
There was this moment of, I don't want to mess it up. I don't want to say the wrong things. And maybe that was more on me as opposed you, because I didn't really see you. I knew that if you had questions, you would ask.
Not all the time, but
That's
I
fair.
get it. I
That's
get it.
fair.
That's I was a very curious kid.
You
I
were.
asked a lot of questions, so I think that was a understandable assumption. But no, I didn't always ask because I didn't have the words to even understand or even ask, right? Like, how do you ask if this color is blue if you're not aware of the color blue? And that's how I was like thought about it. It's Zach has Down syndrome, but I don't even know what that means. What do you even ask? What do you even say to make it make sense? Like, oh, someone's like teaching him to walk. I have those words now and understanding, but it just was. And I always say that, like, those appointments or those navigation things, it just was.
Right.
And I didn't know what words to even ask to further my knowledge to be a better brother to him.
I think that's really fair when I think about how you share that. Because when you don't know, you don't know.
Right.
And that happens to all of us. I also remember as I watched both of you grow up together, Obviously you were about 6.5 years old, and we continued to live an active lifestyle because of your involvement. You were very active in sports, in school, so that I always wanted to make sure that I kept that for you, that those things didn't change. I thought it was still a wonderful opportunity for your own outlet, regardless whether you had a brother with Down syndrome or not. There was an event. So as you got a little older, like I said, it was about 8 years old. Zachary was, you know, close to 2. I remember I started seeking a little bit more resources. I clearly recall there was a sibling gathering for those with disability. And I think that was the moment. I don't know if you recall going.
I don't. Actually, I don't. I don't remember this at all.
Yeah.
You're saying it, and
And it wasn't as though, oh, we're going to go with other siblings to go hang out it was just, I naturally just integrated it to our day. And I was seeking for these resources, but they were far and few. And I think that one was probably the only one they were having for the year. So it wasn't anything that I felt was a continuous support or resource.
yeah, it just felt like a one-time
It was a
thing.
one time, like,
Yeah.
hey, we're just going to get the siblings together and let them just hang out. And you were 8. And that's why I say it was just a natural integration. And I remember feeling, this is what Patrick needs. He needs to
Mm.
be able to be around other siblings that have similar experiences, because I don't know what that experience is for him. I can see him. I'm, watching him develop, watching him be more curious. And I would share things with you in a very just natural, integrated way. Anything part of our lives, we always talked about things.
Mm-hmm.
Um, there
Yeah, because
was we talked about
We talked about
everything.
everything
There
from A to
wasn't
Z.
there wasn't anything hidden. It wasn't a secret, like I said.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I didn't talk. Nobody talked around. I didn't know anybody else that had a child with Down syndrome.
Yeah.
I didn't know anyone, not a family member, not a friend.
He
Um,
wasn't in school
he,
yet,
he
so there
wasn't in school yet.
wasn't that
No
community.
neighbors,
Mm-hmm.
absolutely no one. So Down syndrome, to say Down syndrome in a daily basis was not something that was common in our home. We didn't, what was common in our home is homework and, sports
Right. All the
and
other fun stuff.
activities and family, activities and doctor's appointments. These were all very typical in our households.
What any typical family typically has to go through, right? Children are in school, you got to do homework. Siblings are at home, got to feed them.
Yeah,
uh,
and sometimes it became even a struggle just to make sure you were going through the same routine over and over, right? Waking up at 6, making sure
I woke
breakfast.
up at 6. I can't remember the last time I woke
I
up at
woke up
6.
at 6.
Okay, okay, sorry. I just had to pause there for a second. I was like, that would be impressive for me, but
You
not
know,
anymore. Not anymore. Not a 6 a.m. person.
no, I know you're not. But I wanted to make sure that you still enjoyed your activities, that you were still doing well in school, or well enough, right? I mean, there were struggles, there were real challenges there. So to really answer your question, I didn't really know what life was going to be raising a child with Down syndrome. I didn't know what it meant to live a life with Down syndrome, or if there was even or even if that was the thing, to live a life with Down syndrome, right? A family life. I was raising 2 boys. That was my focus. You were both equal to me, the same with different needs. different stages in your lives. So my focus was really so much more on that. And do I wish I would have shared more about Down syndrome? I wish I would have had the resources and the knowledge to be able to share with you in ways that just feel so seamless,
Mm.
as opposed to having so much thought to it. Or I found myself overthinking, and I thought, why overburden him with things that maybe would be too much?
Like you were overthinking so much that it sort of stopped you from having the conversations?
I mean, that's one way to look at it. Maybe. I don't know if it's this idea like it just stopped me completely. It was just more, as an adult, you have sometimes a tendency of overthinking and maybe oversharing. And whatever I did share, I felt it was I felt like I wanted it to be a natural integration. So if we were at a Down syndrome event, I would share with you, this is where we're going, this is what we're doing. There's families and other kids with Down syndrome, like your brother. Um, so Down syndrome wasn't a word that I did not use. Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, I think it definitely makes sense. I just remember as a kid, it was barely used. And so I think in reflecting back to my childhood, I do wish there was a little bit more conversation because I think that's where a lot of questions came up and a lot of shame because there's this idea for me that I thought about the term Down syndrome or disability even was like a bad word. It shouldn't be used. If you say that, then you're talking negatively about your loved ones. And it took me a while to realize that was what came up for me in
Mm,
using those terms. Because again, growing up, it was just like my brother or Zachary.
right,
I don't think I ever even told people when they asked, like, oh, who's your brother? Like, what does he like to do? I would never mention that he has Down syndrome. Not like I do now. Because it is a part of him. It's part of his identity. It's part of like who he is. You take away Down syndrome from him, he is a different person,
right.
just like with any other identity that someone holds. And so I remember as a teenager, it kind of hit that breaking point. And that breaking point was this random kid, he's probably going through his own stuff, but a random kid um, called him the R word and said something uh, just like how he shouldn't be in this world and how he shouldn't live because he has Down syndrome. And it was the first time I almost got in a fight. I didn't. Don't worry. He taught me not to fight. I got you, Mom. I got you. But I felt like I couldn't even express what just happened because we didn't talk about it. And we didn't have those like nuanced conversations growing up. It was just like, oh, this is your brother.
Right,
And so that's how I felt like when the outside world brought this negative energy or negative perceptions, I didn't know what to do with it. And so I just like kept it inside and kept it inside. And I think I started to become like a little bit quieter as I grew up because again, you don't have those words or you don't have the knowledge of what is actually happening. And what's actually happening is ableism, right? What's actually happening is lack of resources, lack of knowledge, lack of community. Like those things are the actual words that are happening to combat what I was feeling and what I was going through. But yeah, I think it would have helped a lot having like those age appropriate conversations about, oh yeah, Zach does things a little different. Here's why. Or
right. And I
this
agree.
person's coming in to help him walk for these reasons. Um, Again, it doesn't have to go into this whole deep reason about Down syndrome and how a lot of people with Down syndrome have like low muscle tone, and it doesn't have to be like that deep, but having those like age appropriate conversations, I think would have helped a lot and had a lot less shame at certain points. And again, it wasn't shame of Zachary, because I always thought he was just like perfect the way he is, but it was shame of like it was shame from everyone else, and it was shame from like using the term Down syndrome or disability or disabled, and those aren't bad words.
I agree. I mean, I completely agree with you. And I equally feel that I wish I had those age appropriate tools to share with you because I had nothing to hide. Um, Going back to you don't know what you don't know.
Right, of
I
course, of
don't know
course.
what you're experiencing. I don't know what's going through your mind, even if asking questions um, or exposing you to certain situations or circumstances, I can't assume that you were going to get it or understand or even see other siblings and be okay. I get it. I would not assume that, but I do wish I had those age appropriate tools and resources. I think that's where, for me, watching you, that devastation came in because
Because you saw it, is what you're
because I
saying?
saw it.
Yeah.
I like I said, I did see it, but I didn't have the tools. I didn't know what I didn't know. And I never stopped watching you. I never stopped, even though with Zachary and all his medical care, Zachary medical care was priority, but you were equal priority to me. So even those developmental stages for you were equally important.
And I felt that. I think I never felt that I wasn't important growing up. I think you did a fantastic job at that. I just also understood, like, hey, the importance of my basketball game compared to Zach needing like this medical attention. To me, it didn't compare. So, like, I felt like maybe I put less importance on myself. Again, not coming from you, but less importance of like the things I wanted to maybe do or think about or explore. So I just kind of try to keep it like simple and easy and try to be this perfect child. Was I this perfect child? Absolutely not. Of course not. No one is. But I attempted to, right? Attempted to kind of do all those right things and like never have arguments or like say yes to kind of like everything, which made me a people pleaser, recovering people pleaser here. Um, but again, I don't blame you for any of that either. I don't say like, "Oh, mom, look what you did. Like, this is all your fault, etc. You should have told me more," because I understand that it was your first time being a mother, just like it was my first time being a brother, just like it was Zach's first time being a brother. This was all new to us, and I think in reflecting back to, yeah, there's these challenges, there's these hard parts, there's these things that I wish could have happened. Hindsight's always 2020. But what I will always take from growing up is the amount of love we gave each other and the amount of support that we gave each other. That will always like overcome all of it. So again, right, there's these mistakes or these things we wish we'd done, but I think about it as just like learning moments and moving forward. It's just like, hey, how do we continue to
Yeah.
love each other fully and unconditionally?
Yeah, because I mean, no life comes without challenges, and these were not typical challenges. So, with that, let me ask you a question. Was because Down syndrome wasn't a hidden word, it, I never really looked at it as keeping a secret.
Mm-hmm.
Was there a time for you that you thought perhaps even with hearing the word Down syndrome? Was there ever a time for you to say, I should ask, I want to ask, what is Down syndrome?
Yes and no. I think I'm gonna go with no first because Zach was just my brother. It was just that
Mm,
simple. It, life just was. I
right.
didn't know any difference. We didn't have another sibling. There's nothing to compare it to. The comparison happened after learning from my friends that, oh, they don't have someone with Down syndrome in their life. That's where the comparison started coming. And so to me, it was no because it just was. On the other end, going back to the comparison, yes, because I always felt, why is our life different? Why is my life different? Why is my family different? Why is Zach different? Why? And what does that even mean to be different? And I think I just didn't have the words to even try to figure out why or try to figure out how to even ask. I felt like my little brain was going like short circuiting, trying to figure out how to even ask about something that doesn't make sense to you. How do you ask about something that it feels like no one's talking about? How do you ask about something that you go to school and no one understands having a sibling with Down syndrome? How do you even ask those questions at a young age? And so as I got older, I just figured I was like, oh, it's just on me to figure it out. Whether it's a little research here and there from books
Yeah,
or from TV or movies. And TV and movies was like the worst thing because of the negative perceptions on there, and
right.
the representation there was horrible. That was a bad place to go to.
And listening to you hear that, listening to you say that is so heartbreaking. It really is. It breaks my heart so much because these are not things that you really ever shared. And going back to what I said, it's like you don't know what you don't know. You think that as a mom, thinking that you're okay, but also knowing that you weren't,
Mm-hmm.
and you having to carry that load without being able to unload it anywhere. That's hard. That's a burden to carry. And I know we all have our burdens. I know we all have our
Sure, sure.
challenges. It's hard to hear.
I think for me, one, thank you so much for like saying that. I think I really appreciate it, coming from you. But I never felt like it was a burden.
No, but
But
it is, you may not have to vocalize and say, Mom, this is a burden,
of course,
but it does weigh heavy on you
yeah,
because
I
it's a
get it.
natural human um experience. You feel there's a burden, and and it can be anything in your life. If you don't have an outlet to even share that,
Mm-hmm.
that's something heavy to carry, because sometimes even just talking about it releases some of that burden. Doesn't mean to change the challenges in our lives,
Right, of
but to be
course.
able to really talk about it and share it and feel like you can. So, yes, as a mom, that absolutely just like tears my heart apart. I mean, as wonderful as a as a big brother you've become, and a person, and watching you evolve and even go through those hurdles in life, maybe releasing some of that burden would have helped you to confront some of these challenges in a easier manner.
Probably. I think that's a fair assumption. But I think for me, why I say it's like not a burden, can I had to do a lot of work and therapy to even put words to what I'm saying now. But to me, it just was. It really just was. It was my life. Here it is. maybe it's a little chaotic at times,
A lot of chaotic.
but it just was.
Yeah,
And I think for me, it made me who I am today. It
absolutely.
made the relationship of me and Zach of what it is today. So, yeah, of course, don't want to go through these things or don't want to feel certain types of way, but I'm able to acknowledge like all that's happened and be like, hey, that happened. Life happens. How do we just continue to move forward and heal and love each other? And that's where I always go back to of just, hey, it happened.
And I think in this point in your life, you can be a support to someone else
Mm-hmm.
because it's not an uncommon experience amongst other siblings. And your testament today, you can be a strength, a pillar for other siblings that are going through same situations, same circumstances as you are.
Yeah,
And
because I don't think it's uncommon.
no, I don't think so either.
I do not think it's uncommon talking to siblings and having those conversations with other siblings now. There's these common things that happen from a lack of support lens as well as a lack of representation of family members that we love. And so I think as more communities are being built, whether that's social media groups or nonprofit organizations or film and TV doing a much better job at actual positive representation for people with Down syndrome and other disabilities, I think those things start going away. They start becoming less because it's like we start to celebrate each other's differences and identities instead of shaming someone for being different. So I have a question for you. I know what it was like for me growing up with Zachary, but what was it like from you, kind of on the outside lens, seeing us grow up together?
I always tried to make the best of everything. I always felt an internal just fight in me to create wanting to create a good life. And that was no different with just raising two boys. How do um I loved creating experiences for both of you. So no matter whether it was holidays, birthdays, didn't matter. I always wanted to be part of every aspect of your lives. And so looking at both of you as a unit, my boys,
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to make sure that I was creating memories. No matter the challenges, no matter um those hurdles we had to, jump over, I wanted to create experiences both for both of you. And it was it was a delight to watch you guys grow together. It really was. Especially those early years. As a mom, I just wanted to cultivate, love between both of you. I wanted you both to know how much I loved you both.
Mm-hmm.
There was moments and times where, you had your own activities going on, and Zachary was maybe not really as integrated in those activities because of his own medical. Um, but just like anything, you have, your highs and your lows. And I think with a family, with a child with a disability, lows sometimes become really, really low. And those
Mm-hmm.
highs I experience really, really high. Like you have these two extremes sometimes, as opposed to just a high and a low. You have high highs and you have like real low lows. But watching you guys both grow up, it was I cherished those good moments, and I fought to get through the difficult times for both of you. Um, you were always just overall an active, um, brother. You were hands on. Um, there was times as Zachary got older, you were a typical brother that would just tease him, or I mean, you did. Let me
We're
just say,
siblings. We're siblings. What do you want me to
right,
say?
right, and it's so
I had to
typical.
remind him that I was the older brother. Okay.
It was so
He thought he was the older
typical.
brother at times, and I had to remind him of that.
So there were these very typical moment brothers. You know, you would grab him and throw him on the bed, and
We had to recreate wrestling moves.
right. And these things did happen. You were a very typical older brother. We did have fun moments. You did tease him, and but you know what? That little guy kept coming for more. So it wasn't anything that was outside of normal sibling relationship. Would I have a constant heart attack watching you throw him on the bed all the time? Yes. But you know, that little guy kept coming back for
He would
more.
come back with a pillow. He'd be like, "I'm ready."
He
He's like, "I'm ready
would.
to take you home."
So I allowed those moments to happen. Those were moments, I think, for me that were just full of love and joy and a typical moment. And um,
And I think those memories is what stays with me.
yeah,
Those memories is what stays with Zachary too, because we'll still have random moments of he wants to create a WWE wrestling move while I'm
yeah,
sleeping, and he wakes up before me, and he's like, "All right, elbow drop time! Like, let's wake him up." It hits a little different compared to when he was like 5 years old and like very small. It hits a little different to a full grown adult now, but those are the memories that still we talk about and still we recreate sometimes,
and I
even though
always
maybe
told
we
you when
shouldn't.
he was younger, I always told you, know where I'm going. I always told you when he was younger, there's going to be a day that he's older and he's going to equally come after you.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
he
yeah. He
did.
does. He
And he
does.
does.
He does.
I always found it funny. I have to share. But when he was little, wherever you would lay, if you were laying down on a bed or laying down on the floor, um, I would find it so funny that he would jump, like sit on your face and just jump, or on your chest and just jump.
Yeah, no, I didn't.
It was funny. When it was even more funnier is that when he was already 16 and didn't understand size, had no notion or real realization of that he was no longer a 2, 3-year-old, and he would want to do the same. that
Yeah,
was that was him saying, "I'm coming back for you."
pretty much. Yeah, no, it's he definitely makes me lose my breath when he
He
does
was so
that.
cute though. He would just sit on your chest and he would think it was so funny.
Yeah, I was fine when he was 2.
Yeah,
Totally fine. I was chilling.
more like 5,
But when he
4 and
started
5. Yeah,
getting older,
yeah.
he started trying to like wake me up and just like try to just like plop like right on top of me. I was like,
He would,
"Oh."
and it
not,
was
not
random. It was just
not the
spontaneous.
funnest way to wake up. I'm just saying. We laughed, but still not the funnest.
So there was a lot of great moments, a lot of memories. Um, I always try to make holidays as special as possible. So outside from Zachary having Down syndrome, disability, and those medical challenges, I like to think that I tried to keep things as active as typical when those moments presented itself or when those moments were available to us. I had to do a lot of adapting um, for any activity for the reasons of Zachary's care or even his sensory. He wasn't always open to so many different
New
new
experiences. Yeah.
experiences. But
It's a
you
whole
know
different conversation. Yeah.
that's a definitely future conversations. But watching you both grow up, I focused on those happy moments and just dealt with the challenges the best that I could. And I'm proud of both of you so much. Just
Thank
really
you.
proud of both
Proud
of
of
you.
you. You're a great mom. Again, I think you don't give yourself credit enough to the amount of work that you put in, as well as one of the big reasons why me and Zach are so close today. And it was a perfect no, but
No.
you tried your hardest. You led with love, and that's all you could ask from a parent. And I think moms don't often give themselves like credit because it feels like the whole world is on you guys to make sure that your children are thriving and everything's perfect. But in reality, nothing's ever going to be perfect. And that reminds me, that's a very common thing that a lot of moms that have a child with Down syndrome are experiencing. I was very fortunate enough to go to the Rockin Moms retreat and be their keynote speaker. And essentially, I just talked about mine and Zach's stories and little moments that I felt joy, moments where I felt a little bit of shame, whether I was comparing him to other people with Down syndrome, or moments of where I was just very lost.
I think that's really special that you had the opportunity to share that sibling perspective, because speaking to a wonderful group of moms, we need that resource. The same resource that I talked about that I didn't have, right? We need it because our family is of the most priority. And if we don't have that to share, um, we don't have the opportunity to help our children. So
And I didn't realize how big of a need that was until I was there, right? Again, these moms are like rocking it. They're killing it.
they're rocking moms.
They're rocking moms. They're really great advocates for all their children, and a lot of them are new. A lot of them have children that are maybe like 5 and under. So it's all very new for them. And you could see how excited they are, but you could also see how nervous they are
What a beautiful way to connect, though.
and how scared they
Yeah.
are. And it wasn't until I was able to kind of talk to a lot of them one on one afterwards where I saw a lot of common themes and a lot of common worries that you expressed here today.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And one of those things is a lot of them are very worried about about the siblings being close to each other. And I sit back here, obviously never being a parent, acknowledging that,
Right.
never having that full worry because I've never been one. I want to one day, but never been one yet. But I told each and every one of them this. If you've ever had a sibling, do you ever remember feeling annoyed by them? Do you ever remember feeling this immense amount of love? Do you ever remember feeling every emotion, anger, sadness, joy, and everything else in between? Because they were so focused on, oh man, the sibling that doesn't have Down syndrome is a little bit annoyed.
And that's normal.
I just had to reassure them that that is completely normal.
It's very normal.
And a lot of them are looking at how me and Zach are now as adults.
And it took a lot of work.
It took a lot of work from you as a mother, from me, from Zachary. It took a lot of work all around. Extended family members, community, etc., etc. It takes a village. And so I just had to like continuously remind them of like, hey, they're going to go through their own process just like every sibling does. That is natural and that is okay. It's just important to teach your children about kindness, about love, because when they have those core values,
Yeah.
that relationship will work itself out. as long as it's those core values.
I think what I can also add as a mom, because all of that is true, things tend to work themselves out. However, I think as a mom, you have to constantly be aware that you are cultivating that love for them,
Mm-hmm.
that you are in a constant reassuring them that they are both equally loved. And because when one stops feeling that love, then it's time to jump in.
That's where resentment comes in.
Yes, it's time to jump in. It's time to have a mom reflection to say, okay, what is it that I need to do or say, or even just have a conversation with them, right? Because we make mistakes as moms,
Of
but
course.
things work out, but are you equally giving the required attention that they individually need?
Mm-hmm.
Not the same. You can't give them the same, you know. It's an individual, equal attention and love so that they feel, right? You can express, I know you don't need medical attention, right? Your brother does, but let's go hang out. Let's go do something else. Let's do what you enjoy. So that way they feel as though you're paying attention to their needs.
And I think that is good advice across the board.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whether
So,
you have children that have Down syndrome or not. Like each child is going to have a different set of needs. Because, spoiler, each child is different.
very different.
No matter the family, no matter where you're from, no matter the upbringing. You never have carbon copies of the two people. Maybe twins, I don't know.
And they both don't see the world the same. They don't experience the world the same.
Yeah, not even twins.
No.
Take that back.
Yeah.
Twins don't even experience the world the same.
No. But being in tune with your children and helping cultivate that love and reminding them, because I know I always reminded you, like this is your brother. This is the only brother you're going to have.
Mm-hmm.
And you also have to remind them that they have to put the work in.
The biggest piece of advice that I gave those mothers at the retreat, there was a Q&A, and one of the questions was, what's the biggest piece of advice? And I just said very simply, no matter what you are feeling in relation to having a child with Down syndrome, whether there is some fear, whether there is, hey, why is my child not being accepted into this world? The joy and everything else in between. That sibling is experiencing the same thing. They just do not have the knowledge or understanding or how to put into words
Right.
what is happening depending on their age.
100%. I agree. And I can say that by just watching you. Doesn't mean you always are going to have those words, but it's true. As siblings, you do experience everything that your parents are going through.
Mm-hmm. And I think we've talked about it off camera, obviously, of all the things you thought about, I thought about at one point too. And so what does that even mean as an adult experiencing this?
And trying to navigate through it.
Trying to navigate to it because it's your first time.
Yeah.
But then also trying to help your child navigate through it at 7 years old, 9 years old, 10 years old, teenager. Like the developmental years. That's tough. It's doable. But that's tough.
Yes.
I believe if you're listening to this and you're a mom or a parent or a dad, just any parent out there, like, you got this. There's going to be a lot of challenges. There's going to be a lot of questions, but like, believe in yourself. You got this. And I believe in you. One of the questions we've gotten a lot is how can people support individuals or families with Down syndrome, not only throughout the year, but particularly during Down Syndrome Awareness Month? And so we have a list. We got you. We're listening. We got you. And the first thing that came to mind was just educating yourself. I think that goes a tremendous way, whether it's following content creators that have Down syndrome or listening to this podcast or reading articles or reading
or nonprofit organizations.
nonprofit organizations.
There's so much information out there.
There's a lot of information. I think that's the first step, is just acknowledging what you don't know, and that's okay. And just trying to learn. Because we all start somewhere. And I think when you start to understand Down syndrome as a whole, or families like ours as a whole, you're able to be a better support.
Right.
So it's just educating yourself.
Yeah, there are a lot of misconceptions about Down syndrome. So sharing those facts helps bring more awareness.
Yeah, because I think the biggest thing is those misconceptions, right? Those misconceptions lead to lack of employment opportunities for individuals with Down syndrome and other disabilities. If you work in TV or media, more representation in that. So wherever your field is, or wherever you're at, whether you're in grade school, whether you're a teenager, whether you're in college, whether you work a certain job, it's acknowledging and understanding, hey, individuals with Down syndrome can do anything that they want to in all aspects of life. And they just need the opportunity, just like every person.
And the support.
Yeah. And I think that goes for other people with disabilities too, and other disabled people. Like they just need the opportunities, whether it's working in a business or supporting business owners that have Down syndrome. Yeah, it's on us to change the world.
Yeah, because that's exactly what we're doing here, and the opportunities that Zachary now has come to experience, because we help provide the support and those opportunities.
And we listen to him, right? Like Zach is the driving force to what he wants to do. And we just try to be like, hey, how can we support you and make your dream come true? And here he is, now officially a podcaster.
Yes. Other ways to support the community and those with Down syndrome. There are so many fantastic business owners that have Down syndrome. We'll put a list in the description for you. But that's a wonderful way to really support a business owner with Down syndrome during this month. And we have some really favorites. There are many programs within your community or county that you can look into that provide activities for those with Down syndrome. So if you want to donate or become involved and volunteer within these organizations, they would love to have you. I can't even express how much they would love to have all the support, volunteers, and I can't tell you how many times Zachary has been part of these events, and it just brings that community together even closer. And it's just a wonderful experience for them. So if you want to donate through those nonprofit organizations that put that money into programs for them, that's just another amazing way to do that.
So for this segment, you may be wondering why the heck there's a big old board between me and Zachary.
So for today's challenge, we are doing the sibling telepathy. How well are you two really connected? How well?
My 10.
Like the Merrill twins? That's right. You're not twins, but you are brothers. So do you think...
Fantabine!
Yeah,
Me and you,
too.
bro, listen. Get it together. be connected with each other. My mind is your mind. Your mind is my mind, okay?
Can you be one?
Can you feel it?
Are you gonna do this?
Sir, are you feeling it?
You feeling it?
I don't feel like
Do
you're
you feel
connected here.
connected?
You're not connected yet.
Yeah,
Are you
you feel
connected?
connected? So when I say ready, you're gonna pick the one that you think your brother is going to choose. Okay? So go, which one do you think your brother is going to pick? Okay? So I'm gonna count up to 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Connect. Let's see. Connect.
All right, Zach,
Connect.
look, listen, dude. Listen, man. Okay. Focus. Okay. Think what I'm thinking. Think what I'm thinking now. Think it. Feel it. Pick up the item. Do you have your item, sir?
Okay.
Okay. Listen. We better be connected here, okay?
Okay, you ready?
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
All right, I have my item. Zach, you got it?
Okay, here's the reveal.
Okay.
1.
Patrick picked the sphere. Oh, and Zachary picked the. What'd you pick?
Only but this.
The die.
Oh, bless, dude.
I know.
Listen, you weren't connected here.
You got to try harder.
You know, everyone
it
always.
goes.
Oh, bless.
That was his.
What do you think? Oh, it was a 6.
It's a 4.
Oh.
Yes.
See?
Dang.
I want to
I
roll mine
know.
too. What did I get? I got a 6.
6.
Dude, I win.
I think you called it.
What can I say? Patrick's the
know.
winner there?
Okay. You're not that connected.
All right, Zachary.
What's
look.
happening?
Zachary. You're not even responding, bro.
No.
Zachary. There we go. Okay, look. Are you listening?
Okay.
Let me see listening ears.
Okay.
Okay. We have always been connected our whole lives. Okay, this was just a trial run. This is the first one. I get it. It happens. Life happens. But I'm going to need you to get it together, okay?
Okay.
All right. Roar!
That was just a trial.
All right. Zach, are you ready for number 2?
Yeah.
Okay, so here we are.
All right, Zach. We have redemption time, okay?
Okay.
Look, I'm looking at the camera, but I'm pretending to look at you. It's redemption time here. We got Disney Lorcana cards. We got Olaf, the trusting companion. We got Mickey Mouse. And we got Moana. Okay. Listen, dude. I trust that you're going to pick the right one. I trust.
Mickey.
Sir, I did not choose Mickey. I said trust.
Okay.
Trust. Olaf is the trusting companion.
Okay.
You want to try again?
No, me, you make your eyes. Wait.
I didn't choose Mickey, but if we want to cheat, I chose Mickey.
Hey.
Okay, ready? Go ahead. What'd you
Come on.
choose?
Hey. Why? Wait.
Mickey.
Dude, I chose Olaf.
Aww.
Oh.
Oh, he got Olaf.
Sir, what's going on with our telepathy, man?
I won.
You didn't win. We have to win together. We're winning together. It's not an individual. See, this is why you're not connected. You think it's an individual game. Yeah, Zachary did lose. So did Patrick.
Wait.
No, we both lost, sir. It's not. It's a team game.
No.
What's up, man?
Patrick, where is one?
I won.
Yeah.
You know why I won? Because you're my brother, bro. That's why I won. But other than that, this telepathy ain't really working out. We definitely didn't win that one. I will say, we've been collecting Disney Lorcana cards. These pieces of artwork are amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, right? We love opening cards all the time. We love collecting. It's always great. We got introduced to it at D23. And that was just a fun time. So,
Okay.
Disney Lorcana cards. They hot. Okay. We are picking the Pokemon, man. We got Pikachu V. We got Mew V. And we got Eevee V.
Okay, but don't tell him yet.
You
Don't say
cannot
anything.
tell me which one they are. Okay,
Don't
look.
say anything yet, okay?
Zach,
So
I need
take
you
a deep
focused, man.
breath. Take a deep breath and connect. Ready? 1, 2, 3 again. Take a deep breath and connect. Don't forget, you got to speak in the microphone. In the microphone. Where's your microphone?
Okay.
There you go. So it's time to connect with Patrick. Patrick, it's time to connect with Zachary. Here we go.
There you go.
There we go, man. Okay, look. I am not, it's not tricky. You just have to connect.
Okay, you ready to pick? No, don't say it. Ready, pick. 1, 2, 3, go.
Okay, I'm on.
Which one did you pick,
Which
man?
one did you get?
You.
Which one did you pick?
Show. Pikachu!
Pikachu! There we go, man. There we go. I got Pikachu right there.
Oh,
Oh, there we go. Man.
They too nice, man.
those others too, yeah, no.
Yeah, the other two. But man, I was getting worried. I was really worried there for a second. We just needed to warm up.
Okay.
That was a good one. Okay, you guys connected. I think
See, there
it's
we go,
working.
man.
It's starting to work.
Okay.
Okay. What
All
do you
right,
think?
we feeling good? You ready for the
You
next
ready?
one, man?
Pathway.
Okay, Zach, you want to introduce it this time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't forget the mic. Right
Okay.
here.
What do we have here, Zach?
Daisy.
We got some Disney pins.
Tete friend. Ooh.
Hold on.
D23.
Don't say anything yet. Don't say anything.
All
You
right.
ready? Okay.
We got pin number 1 from D23, a Villains Limited Edition Mother Goshel. Mother knows best.
Mother knows best. I love that part.
We got the Dalmatians pin, and then we got Tiana.
Okay. Wait.
I'm
You
ready,
got to
man.
connect. No. You got to connect. Ready? Let's
No,
connect.
We're connected.
I don't know.
I'm connected.
You ready?
I'm connected here.
Here we go.
I'm connected.
Okay. 1, 2, 3.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Go
Let's
ahead,
do
pick.
it.
That one.
Okay, which one did you
Okay,
pick?
which one did you
Which one did you pick?
Mama knows best.
Did he really?
He did.
What the heck was that, bro?
He was trying to tell you. You didn't even connect that way.
I connected really
No,
well.
he was really giving you even clues.
What clues? What clues did he give me?
Come on,
What-
you missed it. You're not
what-
connected.
Sir, I don't know. We are 1 for 4.
What's going on?
I'm rethinking my life right now.
Going on.
What's going on, man?
You did it.
We didn't do it. Listen. Okay. Listen. Hold on. We need. Look. Get it together, man. I need you to get it together. Okay.
Okay.
Get it together. Focus.
Okay.
Are we focused now?
Okay.
Let me see focus, bro.
Yeah.
Focused. Get it together. Okay. Look. That's what I'm saying. Oh man. Okay. All right. So we got Transformers 1. We got the popcorn bucket. We got Sentinel Prime action figure, and we got a pencil pouch. I will say before we connect, Zachary.
What's that movie?
Transformers 1.
Bobo's one.
Sir, that's what I said.
Yeah.
Oh, that was funny.
I'm so
Okay,
excited.
are you
I'm
ready?
so excited. I never felt more ignored in my entire life. than
Okay,
this
let's
moment
breathe.
right
Ready? Are you ready? Okay, take a deep breath. Ooh.
now. Let's do this.
Okay, now connect. You ready? You're gonna connect?
Okay.
Are you connecting?
Okay.
Okay, you feeling it?
Okay.
Okay.
Zach, remember how great of a movie Transformers 1 was? It was fantastic. It was funny. It was great. Remember the memories.
Good job, movie. Good job.
It was a good job movie.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you,
Yeah,
everyone.
we did see everyone.
Okay, you ready to pick? Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Pick your item. Which one? Pick it up.
No.
Pick it up.
Oh, no.
Okay. What is it?
Yeah.
What is it? What'd you
Ready?
get?
Why? Oh, count.
Okay. 1,
One,
2, 3.
three.
Bumblebee.
Yeah.
Yellow. The yellow
the same
one.
thing.
The popcorn
yellow.
bucket.
The popcorn bucket.
That one.
Yes!
There we
Yeah.
go, man. Get it. going on? Get it together. There we go, bro. There we go. That's right.
That's right.
See, just have a warm up. Oh my goodness.
Woo! That was a close one.
My gosh, that was.
Okay, I think you're connecting.
Making me nervous out here, man. Making me nervous.
Okay, this is the last one. Okay, these are your favorite. Crocs are your favorite. Now you have to take a moment and look at your Crocs. You've got Lightning McQueen. You have.
Did you know these Lightning McQueen literally light up?
Yeah, they're so cool.
Oh, this is this. So the second one is the Avenger. An Avenger Croc.
Okay. And that last one, the Minions.
The Minions. The Minions are in the house.
Don't
Me?
tell Patrick yet.
Okay.
Okay. Don't say anything. Okay. Okay. You have to think.
Think about it.
Think.
Feel it in
Ready?
your head.
Yeah. Think.
Feel it in your
Yeah.
heart.
In your
Feel it
heart.
in your soul.
In your heart too.
In your soul.
Okay, do it.
Okay. Let's do it.
I'm gonna put it in my heart so you could decide it.
Okay.
Look at
So
that.
connect. Here we go.
No, we're not gonna lose. What's with the negative thoughts out here? We're not gonna lose. We're gonna win.
Okay.
You know why?
Because you're brothers. Okay. Ready?
Okay, I picked
Okay. Here
mine.
we go. One. Don't tell him. Don't tell him. Don't. Oh.
Okay, go ahead, pick it. Ready?
Pick
One,
it. One,
two,
two,
three.
three.
Pick.
That one. Let's see.
You're gonna
Okay,
show
ready?
it. Show
One,
Patrick.
2, 3.
Ta-da!
Lightning McQueen! Hey! There we go, bro. There we go. There we go. Look, catch it, catch it, catch it right there. Catch that.
No.
Okay, you didn't catch it.
No.
I didn't feel the catching.
No, he actually
No.
thought you were throwing something at him.
Did you really?
Yes.
I can't look, sir.
No,
I have a
I
big board
know.
in front of me.
No.
His reaction
What?
was
What,
hilarious.
what are we looking at?
He's
Oh.
banging on it.
You
want
to see the lighting? The lighting? Look, it lights up. There you go, lights up.
Cool.
Those are, I think, the coolest Crocs he
They
has.
really are.
Oh, no wrong.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're
no
all
wrong,
wrong.
man. 3 for 6. I'll take it.
That was good.
That was pretty good. I will say that was a little struggle at the beginning. We're on the struggle bus, but I am very proud of us. I will say we got
You
that
did good.
telepathy going on.
Oh, hold on.
I don't know telepathy, but there's something going on.
Haters gonna hate. It's okay.
And
Okay.
that's the end of the challenge. Sibling telepathy. Tell us, do you have sibling telepathy?
Mr. Zachary Valentine, what Crocs are you wearing today?
That one.
That one? Okay. So he's got
Kostaki. Pie.
Zachary Valentine Crocs. You know, something that I really love about these pair of Crocs is the strap. The strap is actually adjustable.
That's awesome.
I look awesome, so do you, man.
No,
Yeah,
you
I
are
bet you do.
awesome.
Thank you.
He
Thank
says you are awesome.
Oh, I am awesome?
You are awesome.
I am, or my outfit?
I bet.
My outfit. We're talking about our outfits right now. We're talking about the fit check.
Aw, look
The
at
fits
you.
look nice.
You look like sunshine. I like your outfit. You're wearing your beautiful yellow striped shirt with your amazing yellow Crocs. Look, it matches.
Are you winking?
Yeah, wicked.
Winking?
Today is wicked.
Today we're winking. Today we're learning how to wink apparently. Cause
Oh,
Let's see.
go ahead,
Let's
Zach.
see.
Let me see your
How's your
winking
wink?
skills. Let me see your winking skills. Other eye.
ahead.
Solid. Nailed it, man. Nailed it, bro.
Wow.
I really enjoy your
Those
winking,
are some
man.
skills.
I will say these Crocs, the adjustable back is amazing. It kind of looks like you're going on a hike with those Crocs. I like it. See, it's got the Velcro.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, man. Oh yeah. Okay, let me see your Crocs though. Show the camera your Crocs. Show them your Crocs. Oh, those look like they're gonna go on some terrain. Maybe a little bit hike. Maybe a little bit of running. You want to go for a run?
Stop.
Okay, yeah, I didn't think so. Maybe not running. That's too far. So now it's time for my favorite segment of the podcast, Golden Moments. Mom, what's your golden moment?
I think my golden moment during this segment, that moment you took me back when you were both younger, growing up and thinking about no matter how many challenges we had as a family, life just was. And listening to you bring up those memories of you just being a brother with Zachary, whether it was those wrestling moves and we didn't talk about, how much you both loved playing video games at one time, but those moments I carry with me.
Mm-hmm.
I carry those fun, even your little teasing moments, because I know they're typical. It's part of what siblings do. And I was just so happy to be part of that, happy to watch it. Um, I'm so thankful. I'm thankful that you have those memories. I'm thankful that you share those memories because I have them. And to know that you have them too, is special to me.
They're core memories for sure. For
Yeah.
sure. I think my golden moment was a mixture of reflecting on the Rockin' Moms retreat as well as talking a little bit about my experience as a sibling. And I think the golden moment is itself of these stories need to be shared. They're so important for siblings, they're so important for parents to hear these stories because I think growing up I've never seen these stories. Growing up there was never a social place on social media to learn for me. And that's not possible without Zachary. Realizing like Zachary is the driving force in all of this. Realizing how much fun he had today with the challenge, how much joy he has in creating content. I'm not able to go to that retreat and be that keynote speaker, or we're not able to have this conversation on the podcast without Zachary. And so I think that's always a golden moment, thinking of like, wow, this is really Zachary's work and God's work and God's plan
It's a
coming
bigger
to
plan.
fruition.
It is a bigger plan.
Because I could have never dreamed of this plan. I could have
No.
never dreamed of like, hey, my story and individual story matters so much to 500 moms at a retreat or thousands of viewers on this podcast, right? Like that doesn't make sense in my head. But I take a step back and wow, there's a bigger plan.
That's beautifully said. It really is. As a mom, I mean, even just hearing you that's my second golden moment.
You're like, I'm taking that one.
I'm taking just
taking
that
it.
moment.
No, yeah,
It's
again, I just think as a whole, we just want to be a resource to our community as well as we can. And again, that's not possible without Zachary.
it's not. We are here because of him, because of you, right? It is so important to realize how each one of us have a special place in what we're doing. And it's not possible without either one of us. And knowing Zachary, the love that he brings, and like you said, having that special moment with with Rockin' Moms being a keynote speaker wouldn't have been possible without Zachary.
Exactly. Thank you all for watching Love Out of Chaos with the Valentines. I'm Patrick Valentine.
And I give photography.
And I'm Linda, Mama Valentine, and this is our beautiful chaos.
It's a beautiful chaos, man.
Guys.
Bam.
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 That's a pretty sexy episode.
Yeah.
That was a pretty sexy episode, bro.
Yeah.
I'm proud of you.
They do.
Proud of you.
Thank you.